Fictional psychologist John Ray Jr. explains that he received a manuscript entitled Lolita or the Confession of a White Widower, which is signed under the pseudonym of Humbert, an author who died in prison for a coronary thrombosis. In the story, Humbert is a professor of French literature and has a sexual obsession with his pubescent girls. He lives in Europe and travels to the United States, where he rents a room in Ramsdale, a fictional New England town, in the house of Charlotte Hayes. Humbert only accepts the offer after seeing Dolores, the 12-year-old daughter of Charlotte, who is sunbathing in the garden. Humbert secretly falls in love with Dolores and calls her, in a loving way, Lolita. Charlotte is a lonely widow and unconsciously becomes the link of Humbert with her daughter. Lolita flirts a lot with Humbert, so meeting that Humbert loves, and in a short time Humbert marries Charlotte, although he does not love her and just to keep Lolita in his life. One day, Charlotte finds her new husband's diary full of confessions of his obsession with Lolita and his disappointment with his new wife. She, angry and sad, leaves home quickly and dies run over. Humbert is then the legitimate charge of the young Lolita and picks her up from her summer camp before informing Lolita of her mother's death. They spend the night in a luxurious hotel, where Lolita admits that she had sex with a boy in the camp. One down, Lolita begins the first sexual experience between them. From there, the two have sex for a period of 2 years. Subsequently, they travel by car through the USA. For a year before, Lolita attends a school for girls. After an emotional discussion between the two, Lolita proposes another long trip. Humbert agrees without knowing that Claire Quilty, a middle-aged dramatist, has convinced Lolita to abandon his studies and Humbert to escape with him. Quilty picks up Lolita from the hospital where she is recovering from the flu, this without Humbert knowing, who is a guest of a nearby motel. While Lolita lives with Quilty, he proposes that she act in pornographic films. She declines the offer and Quilty takes her out of the house. Later, Lolita starts working as a waitress and meets her future husband, Richard Schiller. Humbert says he still wants her and wants her to leave her husband for him. She refuses. Despite that, Humbert gives her $4,000. Humbert also insists on knowing with whom Lolita fled years ago. He informs him that it was Quilty and Humbert decides to assassinate him. The novel ends with an episode of violence.